Well, boys and girls, Worlds is right around the corner, and what better time to make a Banlist prediction than a day before? And I am snazzied up in my fancy attire for this fireside chat, so let's get into it. So, let's start off with ban cards. I believe 4 cards are on the chopping block this list. I believe the obvious one that everybody thinks of is Paradise Smasher. The CR is $5 for a reason. People think it's going to get hit. And personally, I agree. I think there's a 99% chance that card is going to be hit. It's hit on the OCG, it's hit on Master Duel, it's basically hit everywhere but the TCG, so it's only a matter of time before it gets hit. Cards like that don't let you or your opponent play the game are basically handled pretty quickly by Konami whenever decks come out that go into it pretty regularly, such as the K9 engine right now. Now, the second card that people think of is King of the Pharaoh Imps. I'm not quite sure they're going to hit the card. I put the chance at about 70%, and let me explain why. Because Moon is still unbanned, and Moon is a bridge for a lot of decks into Fiendsmith. It basically lets people run the Fiendsmith engine willy-nilly. King of the Pharaoh Imps is the same way, except it lets people run the Mitsurugi engine willy-nilly. And, well, I can see them banning him, but at the same time, I can see them hitting other cards in the Mitsurugi engine if they don't. Next up, Arch Nemesis Protos. This is just kind of a personal pick. I think the card's super oppressive, and a lot of decks right now can go into it, especially Vanquisol having access to it is pretty wild, so I definitely think the card needs to go right now. If not that, then flag. Next up is Harpy's Featherstorm. Harpy's Featherstorm is pretty crazy. Again, it's one of those cards that your opponent doesn't get to play the game whenever you use it. And while there's not a lot of decks out there that utilize Wing Beast, there are still some that do. And there are decks that can side it. So on to limited cards, and this is where I believe my King of the Pharaoh Imps prediction will come in. So if they don't ban King of the Pharaoh Imps, I believe they're going to put Habakiri and one of the spells to one, either Mitsurugi Ritual or Mitsurugi Prayers. Personally, I believe Prayer should go instead of Ritual, just because the card is super oppressive. It lets you combo off on your turn, and then it's also searchable to be used on the opponent's turn as well, due to the fact that it's a quick play spell. Next up, I believe they're going to put Mal's Dormouse to one, just to kind of wean people off the deck, because the deck's still doing stuff. You might have noticed in my ban section that I didn't think White Binder's going to get banned, but I do believe that Konami's going to want to wean people off it. That's why Dormouse, I believe, is going to 1. And also, it is at 1 on the World's list, so there's already kind of precedent for it. Some stuff might come off the list. I do think Kikolos will probably come off the list and go to Limited. I think if she does come off the list, it'll definitely help Dragotail a lot. And, well, yeah, that's basically it for my predictions for the ban list.